Hello, welcome to Guardians of Our Angels. Tonight I come to you live in regard to some issues we've been having of late. We are running this podcast as it has no relation to the missing and forgotten in Canada, but rather our efforts in being a voice for the voiceless and the forgotten in Canada. Please feel free to ask any questions as we go on tonight. First of all, we are not here to slander anyone or defame anyone or any organization, but to state the documented facts that are available through public domain or via email correspondence to our organization, which the public is privy to. We will not discuss any other private messages as they are covered under the Personal Protection from Electronic Documents Act of Ontario and corresponding provinces. As our page and others have experienced in the past, here's a list of issues we have been facing of late. During the last month, we've been under tremendous pressure and attacks by the administrator of Missing Canadians Facebook group and the director of the Association for Missing People in Canada, Mr. Joe Galloway. I'm going to lay out tonight exactly what's been happening, as this community is entitled to be informed in regards to everything that pertains to Guardians. We have not responded to this at all anywhere on social media or in the public domain, but have made the decision that we will not be bullied or intimidated anymore, and we are allowed to defend our name and your community from these attacks. When we started up this page, it just feels like a long time ago, but it was actually just 4 months ago. Our goal was to work in cooperation with other groups and pages, as we all should be, working together because we all have the same goal, to bring them all home. Last night, the administrator of Missing Canadians Facebook page put up a post on this page and his personal page that we sent him an intent to sue letter. He did not inform his community or his followers of exactly what has been happening and misled his community in an attempt again to slander our organization. We did send him an intent to sue letter for our domain agreement from August 19th. And let's talk about the domain agreement. So, guardiansofourangels.ca. Everybody that's been on this page for a while knows that domain was set up on our page, and we use that domain as an anonymous tip line through our page. So on May 22nd of this year at 11:53 a.m., Mr. Galloway stated to our organization, quoted, "I've been meaning to ask you. As you may know, pre-stroke, I was a web developer. I was wondering if Guardians would like a website. I won't charge anything. I have a web server with lots of space and wouldn't mind helping out." Now, as many of you are aware, we have no affiliation with this organization. And when we were young and this offer was made, we took it in good faith. As you know, we were brought up to see the good in everybody. On August 19th of this year, we received an email from Mr. Galloway stating he wished to sell us the guardiansofourangels.ca domain, as when he registered it, he did so in his own personal name that we were not aware of. We agreed to this sale through a contract and payment requested by Mr. Galloway, understanding that this domain would be transferred to us within 2 days as per our agreement. Our technical team, right up until the 4th of September, used the supplied information from Mr. Galloway as per agreement, continuously trying to access this domain. Our web host provider, TrueHost, sent us numerous emails stating that domain was still locked by previous registered owner with ID privacy protection, and that it was pointing at a website, guardiansofourangels.org. Now, guardiansofourangels.org was set up by Mr. Galloway in another attempt to defame our organization. As of last night, we issued him notice requesting that he release the domain name, guardiansofourangels.ca, as per our agreement that we paid him for, or we would take this matter to court. I mean, we own the domain. He agreed to it. He signed it. He has not released it. As of yesterday, we have had no choice but to purchase a new domain name, goamissingpersonscanada.ca, which will host our new tip line for anybody to use anonymously. Our posters to date have had our old tip line, which we cannot access, so we'll be updating them with the new information in the coming days. So now let's talk about our name. Our name, Guardians of Our Angels, we've been operating under since 2017 on Facebook, in public, and in private. Mr. Galloway, on July 15th, through the Government of Ontario, put Guardians of Our Angels on reserve in Ontario, as no one could register it and take it from Guardians, so he stated it was a gift to Guardians. But in early September, registered this name under himself as a sole proprietorship business in Ontario. In an email, September 3rd, 2019, and by the way, all these emails, since we are a federally incorporated organization in Canada, all these emails that come directly to our organization are for public record. Anybody that would like access to them, we're more than happy to give them to you. Since they were sent to our organization, they are of public record. They're in the public domain. So on September 3rd, 2019, Mr. Galloway sent to our organization an email, notified us that he registered this name in Ontario, and demanded that we cease and desist from using and operating this name, even though we are federally registered as of August 19th as Guardians of Our Angels Missing Persons Canada. Now, we have taken, in our team, and I especially Brenda, we have taken weeks to deal with this issue. We've spoken to both federal and provincial governments throughout Canada. Since we are federally incorporated in all provinces and registered, Mr. Galloway demanded in this letter that we hand him over all social media accounts currently running by anyone in Ontario, past and present, containing the name Guardians of Our Angels. He wanted access to all our accounts. He demanded it in writing. Now, we will not be turning anything over, as we are Guardians of Our Angels Missing Person Canada, and we're not going to cave to these attacks anymore. Mr. Galloway consistently slanders our name on social media in numerous postings on his personal page and Facebook page. So on August 30th, we sent him, at the direction of our legal counsel, a cease and desist letter to protect this community and to protect every single member on this page. On September 1st, we received an email again demanding us to join his association, and as numerous times, both written and verbally, he was notified we're not interested in joining his association. On September 9th, we received an email from Mr. Galloway stating, "All of this garbage is causing me undue stress and mental anguish. I've had enough. I'm considering dissolving Guardians of Our Angels. I'm giving you first chance to negotiate. I'm willing to dissolve my ownership and transfer all assets to you. If you're interested, please make me an offer by the end of the business day." Now, we have no intention of purchasing this business, as we are here to help the missing and forgotten in Canada, and we're not here to run a business. This isn't a business. This is a non-profit association. We are here for the missing and forgotten. We're here for every family, every mother and father, brother and sister, uncle and aunt, and grandmother and grandfather missing somebody. Later on the same day, September 4th, we received another email from Mr. Galloway stating, and I'm quoting, he was taking legal action against us if we do not meet the following demands, and there were numerous demands, but I'll give you a highlighted one. A one-time payment of $2,400 made out to Joe Galloway in the form of a certified check via next day delivery, FedEx or UPS or e-transfer, and other demands, or he was taking us to court for $25,000 in damages. Now, we're not purchasing anything from Mr. Galloway, and we will not be threatened with legal action anymore. We've remained silent on this issue for the last month, working on our open cases with families and continuing to be a voice for the voiceless and forgotten in Canada. I, personally, and nobody on my team, will come on here and slander anybody or any organization. We will come on here and state the facts as per documented emails sent to our organization that the public is privy to. Now, we want to move on from this matter, but in the same time, we're not going to allow anyone to threaten us with legal action and demand money from our organization or demand social media accounts and passwords. We've had enough. So we will continue this matter until it's complete, and we'll update this community in progress. Now, we are here working as volunteers and as private citizens in the country of Canada to locate the missing and forgotten of every ethnicity and race in the country of Canada. We will not allow this community to be hijacked. We will not allow ourselves to be extorted. We will not allow the missing and forgotten to be used as pawns in a business. Now, the last month has taken quite a toll on our team. I don't think anybody on the page has really noticed. We've been running as usual. We've been posting. We've been updating the page continuously. We've been working, I think, if somebody can quote me, all my admins are on here. I think we have 13 open cases right now in Canada. And we've been working with these families continuously. And we're not, our resolve's the same. And Mr. Paul, right there, he runs a Missing People in Canada Facebook page. It's got 105,000 members. And, as our organization has been attacked, his organization has been attacked in the past as well. And I really don't understand. We're all supposed to be here for the same goal. The greater good is to bring them all home, is to be a voice for the voiceless and forgotten in Canada. We're not here to play games. Our team is not here to play games. I know Paul's not here to play games. These are people's lives at stake. These families tonight are sitting there waiting for that door to open. And we will not, and I'm going to repeat this as myself, as the Chief Executive Officer of Guardians, we will not, under any circumstance, allow this page or this community or these families to be hijacked. It's not going to happen. We have no funds. We're a non-profit organization. We don't run on funds. There's no profits here. If we have to pay for lawyers out of our pockets, that's what we're going to do. Whatever we have to do to protect, and Rachel right there, to protect her son Tyler McMichael, that's still missing from London, Ontario, that we continuously search for. These families deserve to have a voice. A lot of these families have been silenced through no fault of their own. And when we started up Guardians of Our Angels, Missing Persons Canada, we might have started a community, but this community runs itself. These members in here, I'm proud of every single 5,324 members of this page. You have taken it upon yourself to be a voice for these families and these mothers and fathers missing their loved ones tonight. And I'm proud that every single member on this page has treated every missing person the same. No matter on their ethnicity, no matter on their race or religion, that's somebody's baby. That's somebody's son or daughter, and they deserve to have a voice. So as I wrap up tonight, I just wanted to say, we will not deal with this issue again on this page. This page is dedicated to the missing and forgotten in Canada. We will not be distracted from that. We will not put up any post to slander anybody. We will not put up any post explaining as to why we're continuously fighting this issue. We've laid out the facts of what's been happening. We will move forward with those facts if we have to. We just want to move on from this issue. But if we're continuously attacked, we're going to defend ourselves, because that's the right. And we're going to defend every mother and father on this page tonight. So thank you from the bottom of my heart, and the bottom from Jasper and Ruth and Brenda, and Stephanie and Kathy, and my beautiful wife Renee. Thank you for being a part of this community. Thank you for making the conscious decision to be a voice for the voiceless and the forgotten in Canada. Thank you for giving these families some hope. Have a good night.